Hey everyone, it's me Aaron. I'm back with a new video and yeah, I'm sorry I didn't upload for like 3 months because everything was just like crazy for the past 3 months. Like literally after October, God knows what the heck happened. But I got so busy with school, then like had some personal stuff to deal with. And mainly it was just Genshin Impact, okay? I just got addicted to a game for the first time. Me as a person, I've never gotten addicted to a game before. Never. But this is the first time that I've actually truly know what game addiction is like, because I couldn't stop playing Genshin. Literally, I would just keep playing Genshin non-stop. And the month of November, I played it non-stop. The whole month. When it went into December, I kind of stopped a bit. I slowed down on it, but I'm still playing. And this month, because this is the month before my mock exams, I've kind of just almost managed to stop. So I mean, yeah, I'm okay with it. But anyway, this whole video is basically on Genshin Impact, so let's just get into it. Genshin Impact was one of the most liked games throughout the summer of 2020, because it came out in August something, early August something, or July. I'm not sure, like I'll put up the date somewhere over there, because yeah, I'm not really sure. And yeah, everyone really liked Genshin Impact because in the beginning, a lot of people assumed it to be a ripoff of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because both the games are open world, and in a way they're both RPGs, but I mean, Zelda being more of an open world game in a way. And yeah, there's just there were a lot of similarities between the both, but there were certain things, like a couple of things, that made Genshin Impact better than The Legend of Zelda. And there were certain things that made The Legend of Zelda better than Genshin, but yeah, I'll go into that. Okay, so anyway, to those of you who haven't played Genshin Impact yet, basically the story is, the game starts off with the two characters, the brother and sister. The brother's name is Aether and the sister's name is Lumine. So there are these two stars flying across the sky, and then they're travelers basically. They travel across from world to world, dimension to the next dimension, right? So they decide to stop in the world where Genshin Impact takes place, called Tibet. So they stop over there, just, a quick stop. When you take a long journey, you just take a quick stop, right? They took a quick stop, and some weird, evil goddess lady decides to abduct one of the two siblings. Now, between the fight scene, you will have to choose between which sibling you want to play as, whether you want to play as the girl, Lumine, or whether you want to play as the brother, Aether. So I chose Aether, and basically the character that you choose is the one who doesn't get kidnapped. Your sister gets kidnapped basically if you play as the guy. And the whole game just starts off with you trying to look for your lost sister, and then it goes on and on. I'm not gonna say everything because then there's no point. You guys can literally just listen to me talking and not go and play the game. So go and play the game. It's literally one of the best games that I've ever played before. The only thing is, it's not finished. It's not finished because the one thing about it is it's an online RPG. Again, so you rarely ever see an online RPG. So they have to make updates. The game isn't even completely finished. And in terms of the storyline, so far they've done a great job, but they need to complete it. Each character's story arc is really good in the game. Each character has their own little backstory, and stuff like that. They've made all those little details to each and every one of the characters, which is a really good thing. And in terms of gameplay, now I kind of like it because the thing is, the game is basically themed off of like The Legend of Zelda, basically. Except if you remove, or if you go back to the early versions of The Legend of Zelda, you have all these like magic items. There's not a lot of magic items in the sense. It's just you using elemental powers. That's it. Like, there are 7 elements in Genshin Impact. 7 being Hydro, the water element, Pyro, the fire element. Then we have Electro, which is obviously the electric element. We have Geo, which is the earth or like ground element, you could say. We then have Cryo, which is basically ice. Then we have Dendro. Now Dendro is basically the plant element, or like, you know, grass. Take the grass type for Pokemon. That's what Dendro is. And I think the last one is the one elemental power you start the game off with when you play as whichever character you picked. You start off with that power, and that power is called Anemo, which is basically the wind element. It's the one that you get, and it's one of my favorites. And here's why. See, the Anemo element has this thing called the Swirl reaction. So when it comes into contact with Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, Electro, and I think, yeah, Hydro, Pyro, Electro, and Cryo. When it comes in contact with those 4 elements, a reaction known as Swirl takes place. It doesn't have to happen with all 4 of them together. It can literally happen with any other element. But the only 2 elements that don't really work with the Swirl reaction is Geo and Dendro. All the others, you can literally make an elemental reaction and do so much amounts of damage in the game. And in terms of the game's characters, I actually really like the characters in Genshin. Like, not gonna lie, a lot of the characters are really interesting. They all have, like, again, they all have their like those little backstories about them. Each of them have different elements too. Like, each character you get has a different element. And okay, like, for all of you who already play Genshin and who know exactly what I'm talking about, most of us know that Diluc is the one character that everyone wants, because he's apparently supposed to be the strongest, and he is, apparently. So yeah, everyone wants Diluc. He's a Pyro character, and he has the highest DPS, which stands for damage per second. Now, I haven't looked into how much damage he deals per second, because I don't have Diluc. No one's that fortunate, except a couple of people. You know who you are, you got Diluc, be happy. Okay, just be happy. I'm not stating the names of any other Genshin Impact characters, mainly because I want people to just stop being lazy and go and play the game for a bit. Don't get addicted. Don't get addicted like me. No, just play it for a bit. See if you like it. If you don't like it, it's fine. You at least, yeah, you got a new experience. Hooray for you. Hooray. Now, another thing about Genshin that these are kind of the I've listed all the pros of Genshin. I'm gonna go into the cons, like the not so very good things about it. One thing I've already stated is the storyline of Genshin, or the story arc, just isn't finished yet. And another annoying thing that I found at the very beginning of the game, until say level like around the late level 20s, was that to go to a next level, we have these things called AR, which stands for Adventure Rank. So you start off with like 1 or something and you go up and up and up. Now the thing is, to do certain story quests and story arcs which give you the most amount of XP, you have to be at a certain adventure rank. And sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, the ranks are absolutely ridiculous. Like, for certain quests, they make you wait until level 25 to do them. And it turns out to be you helping out the librarian lady. Oh, she works too hard. Oh, she's a thought. Yeah, we all knew about that already. We all knew about you, Lisa. You are a thought, okay? Just stop being a thought, okay? And literally, another thing was, Genshin Impact's events and their schedules are crazy. Each event that comes out to the game somehow follows the next one that just ended. So it's literally, they keep making you play. It's almost like Fortnite, but Fortnite was shit. We all played it, we all loved it, but like, it's not what it used to be. We can all agree on that. But it's literally, it's like they do some voodoo shit that makes you play the game so much. Like, for the people who know me, I play Pokemon, yo. I finished the game like 3 days, 4 days max. I finished the game. That's it. It's put aside somewhere on a shelf. I never touch it again unless I feel like, oh, Pokemon, yeah. But other than that, I never play any games. Another thing I wanted to talk about in Genshin was the wish mechanic. So in the game, you have this thing called wishes. It's basically like a spin wheel. You know those lottery spinning wheels you have in certain games where you spin and you have a certain amount of tries, right? It's like that. So basically, you have the same thing in Genshin Impact, and we have 2 types of wishes that you can use to, you know, get a spin. We have the Aquean Fate wish, and then we have the we have the Aquean Fate and we have the Intertwined Fate. Okay, and you can use those 2 wishes to get new characters, new weapons. There's basically 3 different banners in total. You have the permanent banner, which is a banner that contains all characters, all weapons till date after they go away from their separate banner. So certain characters, for a limited amount of time, have their own banner. So like 4 characters would be on this one banner, and when you made wishes on that specific banner, which was called the event banner or the limited character banner, if you made a wish on that, you had a higher chance of getting the characters that are on that banner. And once that event gets over, they get moved to the permanent banner with a bit more less of amount of a chance that you can get them in the permanent banner. You can get them. You can. I did. I've gotten a lot of 5-star characters from the permanent banner. You can. But the thing is, the chances are low. Like, I managed to get a character in Genshin when I didn't have any... Oh, and I have to speak about this too. I didn't have any pity wish. I didn't have a self-pity wish. It was just the game randomly decided to be nice to me, and it just gave me the character. So thank you, Mihayo Company. There's probably someone watching this now from Mihayo, and they'll be like, oh, you're not happy with what we did? We'll just take everything away. So yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about that. The game's great. I love it. Yay. But yeah, moving on. Now, the pity wish, right, is a wish that you get after you make 90 wishes. So you have the option when you make a wish to make just a single wish, or whether you want to make a 10 wish using 10 of your wishes. And when you do that, they actually have a little thing on the left side of the banner saying that when you do this, you actually get a higher chance of getting you have a higher chance of getting a 5-star character, a 4 or 5 or even higher tier character or weapon. It's either character or weapon. And that's a pity wish. It's always set to 90. Then we have something called a self-pity wish. Now, a self-pity wish can happen from, say, I want to say 60, but then I'm not sure. So I'm gonna say from 70 to 90 or from 60 to 90. Okay, I'll go with 60 to 90. It can randomly happen at any time, and it gives you a 5-star character. Either a 5-star character or a 5-star weapon. And for me, when I got my first self-pity wish, it was a 5-star weapon. Which it was a really good 5-star weapon. Like, not gonna lie, it was a really good 5-star weapon. And then I got my pity wish character, like the one that you get at 90. I got that as a 5-star too. And the one that you get at 90, the pity wish, is guaranteed. You will get a 5-star character or a weapon. Mostly it should be character, but I mean, yeah, weapon, whatever. It's all 5-star weapons, 5-star characters. They're 5-star. Be happy. Until then, peace, guys, and thanks for watching. Okay.